Harrison Yamawakwaba. Lovely to have you. Midase, thank you. I was just about to say, when I'm YFA, why should I not Lovely to always have you. A good evening to you. All right. Now, Ebano change. I've been thinking a lot about change, the whole of this week. And I made you say, okay, with the things I'm a person, Mrs. Sano. A person, Mrs. Bibia. And I don't live on an island. In Tibia, may imagine who say, me person, Mrs. Bibi. But then there are stakeholders. In Timima and some more, maybe I may mess some, but it's just a matter of time before I fall back because Omo Zamia may mess some. And if it's the majority in the other side, I mean, I was may find a way to change. Obite and they find themselves in a corporate space where change has to happen. Sure. I mean, I find myself in that kind of space now where I feel like there has to be change. But who is going to bring the change? Sometimes we need that position. But then wherever you find yourself, I believe you can influence people for the change to happen. So I've been thinking a lot about change and what and who will bring about the change. Because answer Sansoa, so that's why I believe this conversation is very, very powerful and very, very important. Now, once you identify something is not right and you need to change, to say for some time now I'm in a space where I'm like, God, something just has to change in this space. Now, so me first of all, me identify say, what do I do about it?
So, it's a very important topic I reckon was, especially for the past 3 years. Said because COVID, you realize that the whole world and financial system has been
absolutely
change. But let's start defining the word change. Be NTS. Yes, be sana in society. A shift from the normal trend.
Okay.
To say how do I say shift in tree? Society. Change happens in 3 ways. It can be say kosro. It can be say sebio kowichi. And I say baby I want honoma ba sebio are going linear. But also what
okay.
Once I say not to be on now I slide so it can be up and down, but depending on the context that you look at it from, that's what your question is very relevant. But there are 2 foundational things I want to use to start. The first one is Indian Sebio, Indian Penibia friend Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay.
Or can be Ejatum say he says that you should be the change you want the world to see.
Absolutely.
So that also to say you should brighten the corner, baby Sebi or so you are right to say baby will be an one cast away to meet in society abba. And when you go to the Bible, Genesis chapter 8:22, it talks about the fact that as long as we exist, there will be day, there will be night. There will be sun, there will be rain, there will be winter, there will be... So, in society, whether you like it or not, in one point in time, so let's cast our mind by saying, and you say now. So, for me, the beginning is about the environment you find yourself in. Once I'm so on Ghana. So, who's recross on Ghana? Once you're crab by this time, maybe by this time, or Ghana, baby. So all these are things that goes into what you have become as a change agent. Either by the environment, as a be a woman, Nyoma wankasa wusiana, Nyoma pesa wuye, and my far baby, and I said we still have a share microphone. Said you want far baby anka, unto me. So to put it in context, change usually starts from the mindset. I drink tre and now on susu and a bema and sasani beba first. So baby out. Sebisa ha ayenyo ana aha ayeshi na nyema wa adwin na beka to say Casandra baby out no bibi touchima so one tie adwintre na bana then means you are not ready to change. And I like the context from which Odiba is a sebio we are ankra we juma we school ni baby bi awon there is the need for you to change. That's why I say in society bi wo ho a to anamo akọwenim sebio from class 1 or class 2. If you are going to go class 2 because one senior man or class 1 so you into best at the honor and also a form of change to let you know say what you need to do to go to the next level. You don't have that capacity to get there. Until I said you repeat your class but most of the time we are serious you get to understand and I'll try remedial down maybe I'll say I mean a man yes but now and you say unima dear. but when I want to say, but now you have understanding.
Yeah.
And now, baby, I know one. Jumana, yes, you're doing this money half show. It be a Wednesday, but I'm paying for so in the morning. The same show, but in terms of linear, no, I call like another level. Let's say, so once we set this background, that makes us understand the discussion of change. But let me say, if we are there, upo, uyo tuntumo, uyo koko, uyo Christo new, uyo Christo new, okwa sorrow, whatever level or what, once a way we are seeing change would hit you whether you like it or not. Even animals, even plants, the environment, whether I like it or not. The question is, urban, which you are going to discuss. Urban is saying, how would you react to it? And in a situation where you find yourself at Sebi, who need 2 minutes to be here, society, and then also be to me, I am a science. So I believe the foundation is clear. We need to understand that change is inevitable. Sooner or later, it will hit you. So we'll take the block by block, individual, organization, and then the nation that we'll discuss.
All right. Now let's talk about the personal, which also has to do with your mindset. Like you said, it starts with the mindset.
Sure.
Now in such a per se, it started with the mindset, Now can person maybe say, how does this mindset happens? But let me go here, and I'm sure as your submission comes, it will also tackle that. Mate in pain piece and go for says udi uko winim, like you said, there has to be change. I will say bibi sesa, like you said. Say summer paper just a winter paper, winter paper just a summer paper. Something has to happen for you to be propelled into a. So if you are class 1, we go class 2, it is a transition. And there has to be some change, be drastic, be this is for now, obeshana wakako shenim. And to me, who have aligned change to success.
Sure.
Ye pay a day, I have a shift of mind. A shift of mind, a dear deba, one a deba. Like you said, say, and yamanam catching yankopon say, oh my woman wakra. So is in yankopon because usually when the conversation of success comes, one more Sebio currently they find themselves at the bottom of the food chain. Go like, your dear, dear, Sikafon, one more when Casandra, the way you know, success. That is the mindset of the person who is down. In this baby say, a dear pen, a disa mindset ne pepper.
So the alignment or definition of success, success is your state of mind. And yet, baby, it's not a destination or a place. It's your state of mind. So, say, I Casano, Sebio, anopa up to an undidi. You are successful in your life because Sebio are on the hospital. Or the hospital, also like I say, I'm not successful. So, what we call success depends on who it is and near or who say a year in Emano. So that's what I want us to understand. It is a Sebio because say unika. So then you can define that level of success. But I tell you what, the whole world, at any point in time, so if you have that understanding, it makes you appreciate baby, I'm so which I like the intro now. The said, why you be unyen way? So that was so in aligning to success, I was say baby, I'm one. Niame and ya kind of management studies must say if you continue to do niawe de biasana ohwehwe ube ofo se benya moafu for like you continue doing the same thing expecting a different result as sebio oya yakwasi aka.
Yes,
because until you change niawe, let me give you an example. Okwejuma udem say baby out no sorry 5 o'clock uye late ekwejuma simple. So what your mind will tell is that I sorry 4:30 sorry 4:30 ubedu ntem but say one change wa adwen amana change see a dan ye wode and one change see a wo che enyumre ansa order na untumi sorry sa 4:30 no that it means that one kasa tibie na wo mu no how. So once you change your mindset, it prompts you and that will shift something, and change comes at a cost. It comes at a cost because it's a sacrifice and you are not going to get it easy. Says Sebio, say I'm maintaining sanam. Sometimes in your life you have to change your friends and it will cost you. Sometimes in your life you have to cut your sleep, it will cost you. Or something it will cost you. All these sacrifices brings a change. Ultimately, what transformation what pass it. One to me antenazi and the copy 10, 11 p.m. You to me pass it. One to me and free office and course school, evening school now. Unya promotion in your office. So there is the need for you to understand that the change comes at a cost. But that's what you
absolutely.
So define what you see your success.
Yeah.
And yes, will be neka. Who define you that anything that and then wadan for. Ebinumu ye omo masters. Ebinumu ye morning session, afternoon session, evening session. Who there a weekend. Yenina yebesi. So if you are not careful and say success and crofom wosika work in your man, me person Mrs. You don't know what capacity the manage success na was wrong. It is not easy for you to console because console your kasa. But it took you a lot of time to learn techniques and or I wouldn't see awareness. So it is not easy from outside to judge what you call by success if you are not ready to change your mind.
To change your mind. So you are listening to the Money Hub. Of course, this is the school where you see we are live on Facebook at Happy 98.9 in corner Kosheme guest, so that you can be looking at him and absorbing Bibi Aoka. Harrison Ebano, this whole mindset thing and what causes change. It would be a say situations also causes us to change.
Sure.
Do you believe, sir, and do you think, sir, we should always wait for a force and something to coerce us? Answer na yakoyenim because kamia ye say as a nipa way yen sheda ya se see ya it is me. What brought me to the point of change has to happen is because I realized it's affecting my pocket.
That's it.
Now, can we talk about change? Can something change around here? Bibi and Sisa.
Things are knocking.
But in Kebia and Kenoama and I'll be comfortable.
Yes.
Do you think so constantly we need to be cohesive? And I say, as nipa yen put the pressure points be to put us into that kind of change?
It's a very important question, and we say nothing grows in a comfort zone. Baby, I talk a war. Say baby, papa be it comes from your struggle, your pushing, your so what you say. No, na CP because auto for now was sorry. You see, they allow them to fall, allow them to jump because prakra sebio etnitin na podium so na pomundum. And then when they even fall, you teach them offer and your form the own is just to boost the immune system that they have. Now to answer your question, there are two sides. Nyomani be what dear. It is beyond you. Sebio. Some are natural disasters and accidental. Sebu papa ka baby. Na first one say you may be sabeti. So ground him cross out to be out on pure water. Papa ka baby. There's the need for you to suddenly grow from a boy to become a father. Man. So what I say, ebiana school and koye. So those are circumstances that are beyond your control. But some are also self-induced. Sebu papa kra tia se no say Casandra ko school ko suande. Hairdressing ejuma ma wenim ko ho na oso onye na bedu baby no so waja wa asema ma wa oho na obehu say Jesus is Lord. So time no ebia na mwan na nka wo so bo during that time no abetwem then you feel say sebi medi nkwase ase. So those are self-induced, but for me the combination of the two is that whether a natural a artificial, you can't remain where
in a comfort zone
because what to honor or said the Bible sound say then be met to me the that's why we advocate on this platform say sebi who juma kra pebibi kakra eka so wako school akodu baby pebibi kakra eka ho who masters draw straight kra pep say
skills be eka
meet pie na bibi de eka because a number door ends because said the bedu baby you didn't know near bet to me abow and near bet to me you a free baby.
Absolutely.
So that at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, naturally you shouldn't wait. So once in the bill, if you are met to much me degree 10 years me. It's be the pay diploma akra enka. So what they say, if you me say na me mad. Sometimes not necessarily in the aspect of education, even office. When was the last time I opened the office? When's the last time I saw Kunya? You man, once a put just how we see and change is such that a visible. People will see that a BBS say what talk for the same case. So it one case society we need to make
We need
because
to.
I'm going to say an old shelf has come out and suddenly you grow. Make car baby into see an old says capeno and
yes.
Until all culture aduane and all ye be different. One can start to company now to your light be water but no say Charlie and easy. So these changes will automatically let you grow into a certain level where now you define your success and say me success no 10 cedis. Obi there 100 Ghana cedis and family home. Then at that point you have arrived and you are aligning yourself to the fact say baby am do no. Nyanka sa man to anamo a ebe ha me. Na say be one to anamo so a
how dey ebe how
because obia and you be surprised last no shower down for be it is say why want say ma what tres wow tre obi so go Charlie me free side no go time you say was obi
yes
it was say anya nyina na
school and nyina na
ebi a one sit down ba wo car
yes
obi a wo ye ba wo shop so all those things but sabi ye school see how to their son out and you see people who are like that you don't even want to associate yourself with them so please it's a combination say it be a unavoidable nya wo from so and esi e bu so wo yankasa you are not responsive even when the prompting comes obi wo ha sebio ututu no unua no no whatever you do
but your tea not
do you understand? You dry, you fry, the person will not get cooked.
It's a no son, why you not drink?
So that's why I said, no, say, on society. Why yes? It's no chance, a time will come, no, a bit who say, hey, and by that time, Casandra is also what calling him and other things are occupied. So change is such that if you don't take advantage of it in a chumwa, and I'll give you a typical example, which leads us to the business discussion. Say, Oswano unim Nokia, 3310, phone papa. Whatever time so the boom another for 4 million one song say I don't care. When was the last time
BlackBerry
away? No, how do you have BlackBerry?
No is a be year Brandon good.
I then I said umuni hobby. That time na Nokia was not Steve Jobs on dream who cry say obey Apple ni sanya manu on dream who cry but to one of say I then I say on no obi ansumanu ono na down for say o say so to me bibi sabi wanyanka ene ye mpanyufo ani minu wa ye use iPhone ye benya bia de iPod no is no benya bi wan because obi na ka say me ye bibi so usually baby a wote no insisano some are from within say bibi e kwa was me ye bibi so what dey say hwe yanka say adwuma ye say wan fan se wo na say bibi ha me o makomo for financial literacy education memboa companies ni nyoma and the money have anka eni ho so usually change birth new ideas it birth new opportunities for because through that microphone bebre na obi to ho osua money have on school on to me nya scam konye ni masters but betro not because osua nyoma bebre so this is what I'm saying say you have to wanga say to anam
you know, near Harrison says, let me give you a testimony. Instead I say, follow me on Munko YouTube. Me say, share the link. Mon share link. Yes, sir. I said, follow me on YouTube. Mr. Munko YouTube, Casandra World, Casandra, and space world. I think there's space on, there's no space, but then world, Casandra World. And follow me on social media. Social media, at Casandra World and at _ Casandra World. And the reason why I'm saying this, me senior Harrison kind of so say recently when I started doing my short coaching training mentorship videos, Obi sending me a message and I'll say, where did you learn all these things? From time me till now, say there has been a vast, difference in the level of my knowledge, in the level of the way I may convey, I may communicate, and I may convey any information. And he was surprised. Now me say, Money Hub has taught me what and Kobianche because many Harrison Tanasia, Ninsemo can by the time maybe I bet come home. And that's what people don't realize. Yes. By the time I pay your money have been neno, I don't have to be.
Why should not be say lecturer?
Me na make a pen. By the time I have information that Obia Wenti Money Hub doesn't have.
Now they also winning kakra.
Ti me change ya ye kan wasem na me de madwin kakra so kan am say no. It means say me te wona me te say bibi ye me. It means say it's time. It's time. That level my pa ho. Nti no say to the big na it brings discomfort.
Yes.
Discomfort. Now let's go to, since we are in the business environment. Let's go to the business environment. Nansani about family. So with the business environment, you know, like I was saying, that the whole mindset I made it who say change is because I find myself in a space where I'm thinking, no, but something has to change here.
Of course.
I mean,
things have to change.
Can things change?
Unfortunately and unfortunately, see idea a minute by minute change.
Yeah.
So for the business side, there are three things. The first one is you have to adapt. We can say adopt or adapt. So it is adaptability. And I would explain it. Number two, you have to disrupt.
Hey.
And the third one is you might die.
Hey.
So this change discussion, and in your number one, so me say adapter. And see sign eba. Whatever business be a OEM, so what done for 4 years, also business say, hey, me so me the man say me who be kill. So you have to adapt because obia s obia agile edge cash ye mobile money ye also they also cash and carry me beto ade means you sika bebre. People have POS, people have tap and pay, they also unyebi. So if you don't adapt, your customers will even tell you me to mean at the time they were they also unye bank transfer, they also me there bio me feel from which transfer say electronic number they mean plenty fast scanning mean first sika to come 5,000, 20,000, mean far no time ni inconvenience. Yes. So if you don't adapt to whatever business model you have, anything a net watch a run on dispatch no I down for. Anything a net dispatch no only mobile money for I down for, so that or the in the bar now what you mobile money. Anything I said be a net cab hiring services. Your friends say Uber ni yango no nyina no utumi tua with card with this adentia uti upa o de mensa
don't adapt
you're just so at the agency o de me de sana me to sana me kasa sana me nyama ti o me de me bedjuma 8 microphone say sia ye pon 10 ebinu mo empon kra people are do 24 say washing base cry or 247. So what I say? Since I watch a cry to me 11 p.m. 12 p.m. watch over
you.
They also me watch it 9 o'clock now. What about microphone can be pay? So you have to adapt. And number two, disruption. Disruption is sebi either obi aya and na ye nya now what the science sign there aba. For instance, Sebio, again let me use this business.
Is that where they say blue ocean?
Say I read.
Red ocean.
Bloody. It used to be blue, which was calm. Blue ocean, I say, novel, bisa.
Yes.
Say, because of the global nature of our world, 2
million people are doing.
Also, you don't know yet. Before I say, me best starting watching business, papa. Udi when to because one be with obi cry opposite or no cry or started to watching it and you're like ntube hununa 3 or 4 people who nyina muton watch we for say mu ye be for obi no so it is not blue, it is red
ocean.
It's bloody. Everybody is killing everybody.
Wow.
Everybody ye prep just to succeed. And we are prep because of price, because of speed, because of customer experience. So when you are disrupting or you want to disrupt, is the fact that before Friday, but how this is because say, wow. For instance, Sebi Uber for in your mobile, 1-on-1, quality now what trap, but you pay a little bit higher. The security is not so cool. Now they are saying that you can share.
Yeah.
You can share a ride. Why are they saying you can share a ride? Meaning we share a bonus from because they are increasing their customer base. Meaning we share the security. Send me driver and say be Sebio. So again, that's disruption.
Yeah.
You have no money as you Sebio mobile money in your first air cash. Say see out to hand to a water bill.
Oh, everything.
Why it is disruption. If you are in business, you ask yourself, say, me juman tina 100 dream say, and then I met to me.
Yeah.
Na saa dia no so time na wasa me ya no stand dia omo disruptive but omo man dia I go say obi e ne okoye surgery doctor ni pia so Casandra, the surgery was successful, but he died. What is the use?
What's the use? What's the successful? What's the success? What's the success?
So the timeliness of the change is also important. So if you don't adapt and you are not ready to disrupt, you will die.
You will die.
And some people or some companies have already, they are dead. They have become ghosts. And I'll give you some examples.
Yes.
Because Oze app. Your friend is so to paper. So you are not using any app which can allow you to do your stock taking. They be about last will be stock taking instead of Oze app. Or through the paint out to back in Kasebi and he fell. Where you could have sat in your home because technology,
and you know how many you bought yesterday and how much is left today.
You don't even need to go to the office. Look at the connections of the platform. So what does it? So we have given you this education for you to understand that change is inevitable.
It's inevitable.
Try and adapt.
Yes.
Progressively, organically.
Yes.
With the support of your stakeholders. Yes. And here it brings me to the fact that some people are not able to change. People can say spiritual, just spiritual. It's about how we go about it. Let's take it from the house. Say, see, I'm no worry.
Yeah.
Different. There's a new thing coming. Change is better.
Yeah.
From your body to my body.
Yes.
Eating habit, whatever. Different. Baby knows. So there's a problem. But it's a good problem depending on how you see it. And some people are not able to manage that level. So it becomes another thing. What should bring joy brings problem. In a company, somebody sees an opportunity.
You know what you're telling me now is opening yo guys. One I don't know, like, is it because I'm wearing this? It means a change, Nankasan. You need to be prepared. Because like you said, Mimi a single, ne different. We are single. You be worry a different problem.
They be out uti adenta mimiti ashama. Says yeah, why on a better now?
Yeah, worrying so young wo it was okay. But then once we move to the different level and the change, it has its own problem.
Definitely.
So we need to be prepared.
Of course.
Yes, and so a
problem. A banso a problem. Time aba. A bar with yarea a problem. All these things you have to be prepared.
Manage.
So what and preparation here is a unim to
ube. Oh.
So you get what I'm trying to say?
Share the link. Hey, you are a prophet. Harris, you are a prophet. Wow, that is deep.
Yeah. So when you come to the organization side, there are some changes which always does not come from the top. Usually, microphone was microphone money microphone din kita hono no mutumi hu say ade we ya nya ne sia o anti microphone ya let me give you an example ya yejuma bi wa baby me call hono na obi atom bidie na me catch my say observe say to no sa distraction no obey de na me so ni bidie no men control bia o de no ya fa toffee share bidie rubber no o so anti ase na say ho am no moto bidie
enkra no
nkoda no mo pede.
Oh my goodness.
Nti on the tough finish nti nipa ni ko okora ni ko fia nipa me bia say kojo tough one dia no beje
nti de bia so man so nkoto bi dia gidi
na aka funa down for no say mami wo ko tough for right wo ko to bi dia
unya tough
disruption just by toughing.
This is business strategy straight. Just a money house. Wow.
You see, so baby, you get me? So you look at yourself, baby, I want with business. You say, then I'll bet to me.
Yes.
So every I see her please, the management post channel, and yes, Sebi, if you are one person bet you. Sometimes no idea in your man or the banner. How you go about it. When you go about it. And in the only casa. So opinion be what oh boss, I didn't ready to see a giant as I did with the engagement. Obi our build juma wa Joe. I am Brazil.
Yeah.
So the way you go about boss,
you
go with the idea of constructiveness because Nyan Crow can I was say I didn't know maybe oh boss. I did with the say I say Obi a POS ni nyoma yes to me ye bio.
Yeah.
Boss was also ye bear ni day because it comes at a cost. Or invest in POS ni nyoma na a cost. There's a knowledge and education that has to go with it.
Okay.
Some of the change implementations, some can be done instantly. Oh, my painting her yes, it's air conditioning, but because I had the food from it, management and you will say, I was here.
Yeah.
Then we take our time. Kakra. So you shine in your corner. Kakra obey to me,
Be that change.
Be that change
in
in
your
the
corner. Okay.
And you keep constructively with the suggestions in your corner. There are places you have been to who can be a trauma. Where after you have left, I feel no more.
It's true.
Time you know so so one council there. And that's why sometimes if we say baby I want to me call baby for hono crash we call because masa high and basa or buy tubo we want say and then say bio hono manka okay so we should not resist change because we feel say we are overwhelmed, but let's take our time to understand the process.
Wow, this is the Money Hub. Harrison, yes, Harrison. Change, sometimes you really want the change. It's time for the change. But because we don't live on an island, the environment, sometimes as a man of the house, you want the change. But it's not happening. So to still be the change that you want to see up until people catch up. Or basically, influence the people around you, because it's just a matter of time before they pull you to their side. And how can you consistently, if you decide that you want this change and you're going this path, how can you stay on that path and influence other people?
So we use the principle be 3 C's, right? But the 3 C's basically is the same C. Communicate. Communicate because society eba. Nti was wona o adwen ho ana wona se be si wonan so sanse sana insisa eba no you have to let microphone na oni omu eye adwuma oni omu tifie. Anybody who is a stakeholder, whether directly or indirectly, who sense inside the eba sebi utom gobe obia ebedi gobe anopa bia from 7 o'clock to BB. Suddenly we say may start at 9 p.m. and now 8 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. One can't train. You might think it is money. So if you don't communicate, and before you even tell us go bedtime, no osis, and also my embrace so you adjust it because as you free phrase is there to know say about better go beno. It is a to me about 7 bill my quan best about to me alpha, and you have to give options. So for instance, I will fear. Me no wa worry and I fear about be woba. First now you to me di dokuno 4. Sisi I ba be woba no. There was a better diapers. Akoda no be no milk ni nneoma nti dokono ye send di for bioma unless ebia was kadodo bia edoso but if it is the same income or say etoso akoda no also did it ye for dokono no bia betumi abe 3 and 2 but say me man kan draw say me yere ye besisa ye didie mu na me say hey from next week dokono ye be di one. Because I didn't involve you by communicating, be like, Aden, money benamaye, say, and it has brought a lot of agitation. Because I don't know near what to, and it goes to a lot of investment. So, if I will sit down, if I person talk, there will be some people who will be impacted. One, you communicate and tell them, and at every point, bring them along so that the influence will be easier for you. Oh, yes, it's so. Oh, this is about 6 months time. 3 months, and now 2 months. The first month, when I be and give some allowance for baby. Oh, you can say you be any say. Doctor, you can say you tissue from 4 to 2. If you're not 2, no, about open for na hana. Now I need 3. So those changes through communication and also for feedback, because me know where Casandra, you would also tell me, oh Harrison, I'm going for it there. And yeah, mammy, oh dear, and Kayanya, and 3 me see there be anyone. Oh yeah, you see anyone. Into also a buffo munti 1 3 1 and 3 in Casaba. But if you also understand, so okay, they are 3 and 2.5 and 2, then gradually the people would understand. So your influence is largely going to be carrying the people around at every stage of the change process. So they get to appreciate their buy-in. And because they are also part of it, it allows them to contribute and see, say, ahana yeko. And let the people also see, say, and no cre, the kununu treno. Yenu na yedi, men sorry anajofa. O the uncle share kitchen. Now what cha oat and I be there cover or document when you know that everybody ate the document. Then some be shower will be like no, which happens most of the time. Yes, yeah, bread. Company ni enko yi.
Yes.
Until ye into your salary. Ye nyese. But how the unko ye sebi
you enjoy.
So what you said, it brings some discontentment. So communicate initially before you start, or even if it is an unusual change in Puna Eba, the new steps you have to communicate. Oh, me ma, mo papa any hobby. Into school no was say yes, son. And I'm a juma enko ye into school no temporary. Then the people know that be binting and society but you cannot just get up and say school no mo go we bium. Yanko, have you forgotten that the kids also have classmates that they like and they love? You cannot just change them because say you now work to me. And sometimes when you change things suddenly without enough notice, people then become agitated and aggressive. Then you think that they are not on your side because
but it's because you didn't communicate.
So you communicate before, communicate during and even communicate after. You get it? So everybody feels
they are part of it.
Then you have influence. But if you want to do it as an island, I say meeting, or say yemra, or say yemko. So everything is or say. But also yemko. But if you want to don't carry them along, then you are changing the software from manual to OZ. A idea was used. Nipa no cash no joy cash to me the sign cash calculating machine. Say say use computer. One two no one channel because we jina juma feeling. But what we are doing is that we are trying to say use laptop ni new money instead of second of the time. But humanity are see because oh okay. But also boss achina yes because say hey when juma say into the machine background on and I have seen people share laptop because they have not been taken through the change process.
Wow. I didn't know about you. Mekoda namasan eti listen, Safi now do if you've missed a lot. All I will admonish that you do and I encourage that you do ne say call Facebook Happy 98.9 page no so. Money Hub is there. Uduvia kokotie from the beginning. You need to hear this. This particular episode, you need to hear it for your own sake because utie me sure say some change needs to happen, but we nim kwanya obefa to go about it. And when uye business person na utie media, you definitely need to look for Harrison Ichira kwanya. This is not a usual time, Sayuwum. And we obi to come in and to help you cause that disruption. Harrison Pacho, our number to Ja.
Yo, Pacho, my number is 0244 468185. 0244 468185. Fantastic.
You need this person, not only for your family finances and for the family change. Sometimes if you or can say communicate, you don't have it. So bring in an expert to help communicate to your staff the next project to help carry the whole organization to the next step. Because when we involve you need an expert. Bring an outside expert who knows now through the management change you are having, through the change, whatever change process you need an expert. But listen, you need to hear this and hear it again. It's a corner combo and share it to a lot of people. It's been an awesome evening and it's been awesome coming your way. Meeting Eddie Casandra and to my guest Harrison, thank you so very much for passing through. Yesiane Emabebre.
Like and subscribe and click on the notification. Happy FM, Nimdie, Happy FM, and Nijenkwa.